Ain't he a little piece of shit now?
Got his new house. He don't know how to act.
Oh, fucker.
Oh my God. We are on air.
Oh, sorry.
My God.
Ty, you can't talk like that from the throne room of God, okay?
He gonna have that mouth up there singing praise and worship on Sunday too. Tripping.
No,
No,
that's how you know.
We on air.
That's how you know Jason don't talk to me.
We on air. We on air, Ty.
That's all right.
He's trying to get
He
us
put
going.
worse up on air.
Tonight's rundown, Bro Talk Live, the best show on the internet for us biased. The Trumps, we're gonna be talking about them. DJ Envy made some news this week, first time ever.
Somebody said something about the Trumps. I know the best people. They're the best.
Snapchat, Spike Lee, and a friend of the show, Zelia Banks. Bro Talk Live, the best show on the internet for us biased. My name is Jason. Let's kick it over to my main man, Dex. What up, bro?
Dexter Stuckey here. Super excited to be here. How's it going, guys?
Going pretty good. How you doing?
No complaints at all.
Cool. Tyler,
You ain't got wait. You ain't got no story, Dex?
You know, I always have a story, but I'll just keep it short. I'll just give a quick shout out today. Like Marion, shout out to Marion, Shakima, Fatima, and Vance. Like you guys have been so consistent with your support. Jaden Hollywood as well. So consistent with your support, and we truly appreciate it.
Awesome.
Dex, don't come on here again without a story. The people are looking for a story. We need stories, okay?
Tyler got from pouring live from the throne room. What's that?
I would like first to apologize for that little moment of weakness where some obscene language may have come out. Anywho, I'm doing quite well, and we are ready and back on track from the throne room of holiness.
Holiest of holies. And Bill reporting live from Studio 1A, Rockefeller Plaza, home of the Haitians. What's up, bro?
I'm actually doing quite well. I have a praise report. I am on the ballot for a political office.
What?
You announced it already. You still didn't tell us for what?
The general election is May the 14th, and so I'll be rallying support until then.
For what?
That means that I, from here until the election, all of my comments will be nice.
You won't be losing any groups?
Nonsense. I'm sorry?
We won't be losing any groups?
Absolutely not. We'll be gaining groups, okay? I need voters.
Okay.
I feel like that's a challenge for me.
So what office, what office are you running for?
It's a nice little office.
You can't run for office and then not tell people what you're running for.
I'm about to say it. God, I just got to make sure I get the coins. I'm running for a ward leading position where I get those checks signed at the 53rd ward. So my division is I'm out and about and knocking on doors, kissing babies and shaking hands, using hand sanitizer and washing hands, but shaking these hands.
Say something, but you're running for office, so I'm not going to say anything.
You can say it. I'm not going to respond.
I was going to lose a group for you, but congratulations.
What's the office called? I missed it.
I'm running.
What is happening?
Oh, is he gone?
How convenient.
How convenient.
My man is running for office. My man is running for office and running the label. How does he do it?
Catch it like Zelia? I didn't hear it. Like he's running for what?
Hold on, wasn't that judge that got Meek Mill in jail? Wasn't she involved in a record label too?
Maybe they have something in common.
Congrats.
William be trying to get put in jail.
He really is frozen now. Like he's definitely gone. I'm clicking on him and
because God ain't gonna bless no lies. Mess.
All right, let's start off with the show. I guess we'll get Bill back on when the government lets him back on. Apparently, they don't want to hear from him. Which story were you more surprised to hear? Bill, I guess, is still gone, but yeah, here we go. The first story is all about the Trumps, and the second story also is all about the Trumps. Stormy Daniels has been making a bunch of headlines over the past week. This is the porn star who has allegedly had an affair with Donald Trump. It has come out that she passed the polygraph test about her affair, and she, passed it in. The results came back and she was telling the truth. People don't know how to take that because those aren't really admissible in court, but she did pass it for whatever that's worth. She also offered to return the $130,000 that Donald Trump allegedly paid her to end her non-disclosure agreement that she had because of that deal. She has also started which is like a GoFundMe. It's called Crowd Justice. It's where you can raise money for a political motive or action. So far, she has raised $271,000 in order for defense funds against, which is sure to be a lawsuit coming from Donald Trump if she does speak out. But that wasn't the biggest news that Stormy had over the weekend. It was this tweet coming from @TrueFactsStated, a verified account on Twitter. Stormy's lawyer on MSNBC, I'll paraphrase, quote, "We have photos of Trump's penis." Shocking. So was that more shocking, or was it this Trump story when Donald Trump Jr. headlines came out that he cheated on his wife, Vanessa, with former Apprentice contestant Aubrey O'Day, also making the band fame. Apparently, Aubrey, at the election last year, tweeted, "My story I didn't tell is worth millions now." Page 6 has the full story and how the two ended up dating shortly after The Apprentice. Just really random. When I saw it, I was just like, what? So, guys, what story was more surprising to hear about Stormy Daniels having pictures of Donald Trump's members, or Aubrey O'Day having some role in all of this being this close to the president?
Look, when I saw this Aubrey stuff yesterday, I was just like, girl, you got to do better with your time. You got to put them plastic lips on something better than that. Like, you got to do better. But while we're on this topic of Donald Trump, I will say, though, that every once in a while, something happens where I feel like I have to defend Donald Trump. And I don't know why, but it always seems to be me and it always seems to happen. But these stories that are coming out about Stormy and these other hookers that are sleeping with Donald Trump and stuff like that, like, what is the purpose of that? Like, I don't really understand why this is a thing. Like, if you're not going to tell us that you have some inside information about Donald Trump connecting with Putin and rigging the election, why are we hearing from you? Okay, we know Donald Trump is a nasty man. He cheated on his wife. Okay, what else? Like, why are y'all coming out now? Like, why are you coming out, period? Keep it moving.
Okay. Todd, Bill, anybody got something to say?
In a sense, I can agree with that, I guess, because normally this would be like a scandal that would shake the White House.
For any other president.
But because the White House is like thrive on court, this is like the least of his worries. Well, we needed something juicy that's going to help us, or Democrats or whoever, along in what they're trying to accomplish. And this Stormy Daniels thing is not going to accomplish, because you can't taint Donald Trump's image, because no one has any high expectations for Donald Trump's behavior.
Wait, do you think that if Hillary Clinton or Maxine Waters tweeted out that picture of Donald Trump's penis, like, do you think that I think they should do it? Like, that would be hilarious.
Oh, that would be disgusting. First,
that would be the most disgusting thing. Like, please.
Could you imagine? Like, how do you think?
I couldn't. I don't want to. Actually, I don't want to. Like, I don't want to imagine anything of that sort. I'm sorry, just not interested. Bill, what do you think about Stormy having pictures of Trump's penis in regards to Aubrey O'Day dating Donald Trump Jr.?
Well, personally, I think it's the best picture she's ever taken. She doesn't, Listen, folks, okay? I take the greatest pictures. You don't know anybody takes better pictures than me, folks. Okay? And now she has the greatest camera, I tell you.
That's gross.
That picture is going to be worth billions and billions and billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars, folks, okay? No picture's worth more.
Wouldn't it be amazing if the National Enquirer, who Trump loves, ended up buying the picture and ended up putting it out? That would be like the one thing that would backfire, which I think would make me happiest.
It would never happen, though, because they wouldn't do that.
They wouldn't stab him.
The only thing that would probably get him out at this point is that he like partook, like he hung a Russian. There's nothing that would get him out of office at this point.
Nothing. Sadly, chances that this was staged. I'll start off at the very beginning. DJ Envy from Hot 97. No, he's not on Hot 97. Sorry, he's on Power 105.1, one of those New York stations. He's host of The Breakfast Club with Charlemagne and Angela Yee. He is the light-skinned one on the panel, light-skinned male, I should say, and the one that sits kind of behind the board, if you don't know who that is. He was on The Real back in February, and he went on The Real because he cheated on his wife, and he wanted to talk about that and open up about why he cheated and how he feels like less of a man because he cheated and all this stuff, and how his wife forgives him and all that stuff. So he did The Real, and then Desus and Mero, a show that comes on Viceland, decided to talk about DJ Envy's appearance. And on their show, their commentary was, she's okay talking about his wife with that DJ Envy check, though. So fast forward to last week, Desus and Mero came on to DJ Envy's show, The Breakfast Club, and it just went left. DJ Envy, as soon as the start of the show happened, said, we're going to start with this. You owe my wife an apology. When Desus and Mero asked what they did wrong, Envy said that the two insinuated that his wife, Gia, quote, was there for the check. After the clip was replayed in the studio, Desus and Mero stood by their joke, but they did offer an apology, and they said they would never joke about DJ Envy again. DJ Envy said, quote, that's a little disrespectful, even after they apologized. They apologized again, said, I'm sorry, my bad, I'm sorry. DJ Envy continued, you can talk about me all you want, make fun of me all you want, but when it's wife and kids, there is no but. Envy then walked off of the interview and did not come back. He later explained on TMZ, because I guess he called in to TMZ to get his 30 seconds of fame, that he left not because of Desus and Mero, but because Charlemagne, quote, makes a joke out of everything and that he wasn't in the mood. He also said that he felt the apology was genuine and that he accepted it. A lot of reaction happened on Twitter. Some of the people who were making sense said the craziest part of this Desus and Mero and DJ Envy stuff is that he wasn't disrespecting his wife as much as he was calling Envy a lame with money. Someone else said Envy big mad over someone disrespecting his wife when he himself disrespected her first. These niggas, man, they are something else. And Ebro, who is on Hot 97's morning show, said Envy walked off his own show. Amazing marketing. The Viceland iHeart promo machine working overtime. Desus and Mero, nicest people too. Guys, do you think that the whole DJ Envy walk-off was staged, or do you think that it was actually his true reaction to being offended about what I guess Desus said about him?
Like I said last week when we had one of our Q&A questions, there is, in everyone's life, you have to set a limit. Like, there's a limit to how much you're going to take. Like, there's a limit to how much shade that's allowed to be thrown at you. And there are some people who are okay with people discussing and making fun of and making jokes about their kids, their wives, so forth and so on. DJ Envy wasn't okay with it, so he put his foot down, and I think that's commendable. I also think it's commendable for Desus and Mero to apologize to him because, like, that's something that offended this man. And I think it's okay. I mean, I think it's great that they apologize to him, but I also don't think he doesn't necessarily have to at that moment be like, okay, we're all good now. I think the way they all handled the situation was the proper way to do it. What I don't like, though, is that DJ Envy threw Charlemagne in it. I think DJ Envy could have explained it the way I did. Maybe I should be his PR person. I don't know. But I think that...
Are you looking for a job?
Huh?
Are you looking for a job?
No.
Oh, okay.
But I'm just saying...
But if they was hiring...
I'm just saying if he's offering, if he needs it, I'm there for him. But so basically what I'm saying is I think that he could have just, instead of saying the whole Charlemagne thing, he should have just said they disrespected my wife. I felt like I needed to stand up for her, and that's what it was. But I don't think the extra stuff was necessary.
A lot of people were saying that DJ Envy himself, his brand is, and the whole Breakfast Club's brand is to talk about people's families and to talk about people's lives. And when he's a trending topic or something that's happening, you know what I'm saying, on the internet, when people talk about him, then he gets offended. Ty, how do you feel about the whole situation? Do you feel like Envy overreacted by walking off, or do you feel like you know what I'm saying, he was appropriate in what he did, because he did fire off from the jump. Like, he didn't act like everything was okay. So,
I mean, I think walking off to me was a little bit much, simply because weren't you scheduled to be there? Like, so you knew that they had spoken about all this stuff prior to your arrival. So you went there just to storm off, or like I didn't get to catch.
Well, they came onto his show.
Oh, so I mean,
he invited them on for them
to discuss the issue. Yeah, so I mean, it was a little bit much either way, but I mean, I get it. Sometimes it's a sensitive thing, especially when it comes to like infidelity. Like, you're probably still in the middle of that storm. And sometimes just because a couple decide to stay together doesn't mean like there's not a huge storm going on. So he probably was pretty upset and kind of wants to guard her at any moment right now, because she is probably not feeling him very much. So
before you go, Bill, real quick, Joe Budden, if this matters to anybody, had this. He said that DJ Envy called him a couple of weeks ago and told Joe Budden how he was going to confront DC Samero on his show because they had, I guess, just booked him or whatever like that. So he told Joe Budden that he was going to confront him 2 weeks ago. He ended up doing that. Does that make a difference to you, Bill?
You know, when people die and like other people like put on Instagram like the only pictures they have, and they comment all these memories that never actually happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what Joe Budden did. Nobody called Joe Budden.
I agree with that.
Nobody
even
called.
Even if we did, okay. Thanks. That information.
Like, what does that mean?
Well, Joe doesn't have an outlet to get this out anymore, so I guess he doesn't. Decided to break
and for
news
good reason.
to DJ. He's breaking news now. He's the breaking hip hop man. That's awesome. Congrats to Joe Budden.
But he does have something in the works with the Revolt, though.
That's okay. Are you breaking something? What's happening? What's
I'm just saying he has something in the works with Revolt. Like, that's just what it is.
Are you breaking? Sources are reporting. Is that what's happening right now?
I mean, we'll see if it comes to fruition, and if it does, you know where you heard it first.
Okay, there we go. At Queen VDub on Twitter said to Bro Talk Live, DJ Envy is whack as F. I don't think it was staged. He could have handled it better, but now he's a joke. A lot of people feeling that right now. People replying that they like DC Samero's side on this one. Moving forward, how does Snapchat begin to recover? If you don't know what I'm talking about, then you haven't been following Bro Talk Live's social media channels, because we've been talking about this. Rihanna has decided to respond to Snapchat, because Snapchat decided to post this message on the left from an advertiser called Would You Rather, and the categories were: would you rather slap Rihanna or punch Chris Brown? I guess someone alerted Rihanna to this, and she decided to respond, as shady as it is, on Instagram story, because she wasn't about to go on Snapchat and post this, saying, "Now Snapchat, I know you already know you ain't my fave app out there, but I'm just trying to figure out what the point was with this mess. I'd love to call it ignorance, but I know you ain't that dumb. You spent money to animate something that would intentionally bring shame to domestic violence victims and made a joke out of it. This isn't about my personal feelings, because I don't have much of them, but all the women, children, and men that have been victims of domestic violence in the past, and especially the ones who haven't made it out yet, you let us down. Shame on you. Throw the whole appology away." Snapchat responded to Rihanna's Instagram story in a statement saying, "This advertisement is disgusting and never should have appeared on our service. We are so sorry that we made the terrible mistake of allowing it through our review process. We are investigating how that happened so that we can make sure that it never happens again." Snapchat also says that it has blocked Would You Rather, the company that made the advertisement, as an advertiser, and that the game was unaffiliated with Snapchat. Snapchat also mentioned that it supports the National Network to End Domestic Violence, and the group's executive vice president also sits on Snapchat's Safety Advisory Board. Shortly thereafter, it was reported that Snapchat lost $800 million in stock value after Rihanna criticized its app. So, guys, what does Snapchat need to do to get back, I guess, on the good graces of consumers and Rihanna? What you think?
Let me begin. Maybe the first thing they can do is fix that. Right, fix the interface. That's the first thing y'all
go
can
back
do.
to that, and that's it. That's all you got to do.
Completely it, because it's trash right now, and nobody wants to use it.
So you just think you think the user interface is the worst part? Period. You're not at all leaving because of Rihanna. You're leaving because of the youth.
Give the people they want.
Rihanna's not actually leaving because of her. This was just her. She needed a reason to go off on them, and this was the reason. We all know the interface sucks.
Same thing with Kylie Jenner. Kylie's like, oh, I don't use Snapchat anymore, and they're like, oh, people stop using it. We stopped using it because we don't know what we're doing on there. Like we don't know how to use it. That's why we stopped.
Okay.
I think these
things don't know what to do.
To be honest with you, like right now, this thing that this or that, and there's all these shows on Snapchat that you can like watch, like TV shows basically, or like short clips of TV shows and stuff. Nobody watches this stuff. So this Rihanna thing, nobody
is that what that is?
We don't know how to access this stuff. That's the problem.
Todd, do you? I don't have a Snapchat yet. Do you? We're still holding out.
I'm still holding out.
I might as well not have a Snapchat because I sure don't know what to do.
I think I didn't know what to do on the old Snapchat outline, so I really wouldn't know what to do on the new one, apparently. So I'll just stay out. It's cool. No worries.
I'm too old.
Is Zelia Banks right? One of our favorite people on the show, Zelia Banks, one of the favorite guests. Someone posted this about Zelia on Instagram saying, regardless of how people feel, the truth is, talking about Zelia, you're a part of Black history. You cannot say a word without it being news. People can say you're irrelevant, but you've been making headlines for 7 years straight, mostly on Bro Talk Live, and you're the most influential female rapper of the new generation post Nicki.
Throw this entire post away. Just we don't.
I'm sorry, I tried to get through it without laughing. That post Nicki just sends me off every time. Truth is, whether get a load of that weather.
Who is that?
Whether it's your new music or your mouth, what? You've outlasted all the other girls. Zelia decided to respond by just saying right. Like, what? Why would that be your response to this girl? She did post it.
Now, what I will say though about this is that like early on in my career, Ty and I actually had a conversation about me and like the type of like entertainer or journalist that I want to be, and he said, there's ways to get your point across that are like funny or whatever. You're a very humorous person or whatever. You can get your point across and you can be funny with it, but you don't want to make like a fool of yourself. And I think a lot of people do this thing where they want to be controversial, and it's easy to be controversial, to say anything or whatever, but there needs to be merit behind your words. And like, that's something that I had to learn. And I don't think Zelia has learned it. Like, there's no merit behind what she's doing and what she's saying. So yeah, you're making headlines, but like long term, like you have no credibility within your work. And I think that's where her flaws come in at, is because like you can talk all day, but when Russell Crowe spit at you, like we weren't batting an eyelash at it. If you were somebody that was a little bit more respectable and respected,
allegedly spit on her. We don't know.
But the thing is, if Rihanna came out right now and said Russell Crowe spit at her, we would be in his mentions, like giving him hell. But like with Zelia Banks, we're not doing that because we don't respect her
because she killed all those chickens. That's why we don't care, because she killed all those chickens.
Oh, don't start, because you did too.
Clearly, y'all in the same boat.
This is what Zelia said about this person's quote. I'm definitely the most influential female rapper post Nicki Minaj. I may not be the most popular, but definitely the most influential. My words are powerful. When I speak, the people always react. I have a way of putting pressure on people to create the art world I want to live in. I see loads of girls running around with my style. I can 100% see the impact I had on these hoes. It makes me know that I am not and never was crazy. I'm happy to contribute to the arts. Even if people don't give me the credit, I can see how my influence have influenced all of these hoes. That to me is my truest success. When the new girls coming up wearing the looks I wore and adopting my themes. Come on, themes. I feel validated, like I'm doing the job God put me on earth. Cut it. So guys, these are some of, I guess, the biggest female rappers post Nicki Minaj. I guess since that's the thing. Post Nicki Minaj, female rappers. Is Zelia, I guess, the most influential one? People?
My real question is, did God really put her on earth? It doesn't seem like it.
But
Who
But
put it
since
here?
we're there,
I think if anything, she was created through evolution.
Test tube, baby.
Because there's just no way.
That's rude. People are going to look back on this in 20 years when,
and they're gonna say, who is Zelia Banks?
They gonna say who?
And why were they talking about her? People are looking at this right now and saying,
I mean,
are they talking about her?
My wife did
said,
ask me why I was talking about Zelia Banks tonight. And I said, it's because she's a friend of the show.
Your friend.
Okay.
Your friend only.
She said that she was like influencing style. Like where? Grand Central Station? Like the homeless shelter?
Homeless
like, what
sheep.
are you saying to me? Like
Bullet hole.
the
gun range?
In the hospital because people get bullet wounds just like her.
The gun range died. Bullet hole. All right. So you got. I mean, is she more influential than Young and May? Maybe. I think she's more influential than Dej Loaf.
Young and May just literally got the hashtag King Queen trending. So absolutely,
you gotta watch these bulldaggers, honey.
All right. What about Dej? She's more influential than Dej?
Yeah.
Which one is that?
Dej Loaf? Dej Loaf is like
Bottom left.
No,
Dej Loaf
really.
is pretty popular. Like she is. Yeah. Like so, absolutely not.
Yeah,
She's
no.
not the most popular, most influential.
She's not more.
What does she mean by influential?
But Azalea's not influential. Like you're not making me go out and do anything.
What did she influence?
Them, you know who she influencing? Them girls. They got that arch. They're like them canines, and they talk with their teeth like this.
So
With them little ponytails.
Oh, you think she influenced Dreezy?
Who?
Who's that?
Yeah, don't do Dreezy.
Seriously, which one is that?
Or Cash Me Outside. Did she influence Cash Me Outside?
To do what?
I guess rap. I don't know.
I don't wait. Who is Dreezy? Who is that?
You would know Dreezy if you heard it. I just can't think of the song right now on top of my head, but I do like Dreezy. She's pretty nice. Or Cardi. You think she influenced Cardi? Because she has a problem with Cardi B, apparently. That's what brought this all up, apparently. It's her beef with Cardi. So I don't think necessarily Cardi bit off of her. I don't think Cardi has anything to do with her. I think
a beef between two people would have to be between two people. Otherwise, you just don't like the person. They don't know you.
Okay.
I wouldn't even go that far, Dex. A beef between two people is a beef between two people. Not you stalking one person's Instagram and trying to find something you don't like. You can't do that. That's not a beef. That's you're a fan. That's what that is.
All right, and last topic of the day. Does Stevie's opinion hold any weight here? Last week,
if it ain't Stevie Wonder, then the answer is no.
It is Stevie Wonder.
We are talking about Stevie Wonder. We had a debate about Bruno Mars being a cultural appropriator. We went back and forth. We posted the clip on our various social media channels earlier today. But Stevie Wonder has weighed in on the issue, and he has decided to say the following. TMZ called him in the streets. And he said, why y'all laughing? Why y'all laughing? Stevie, they asked Stevie if Bruno Mars needed a pass.
What the hell's going on in the picture?
I don't understand. Well, why are you laughing? I don't get it.
They asked Stevie Wonder if he thought that Bruno Mars deserved a pass because of the reverent way he treats black originated musical genres like reggae, pop, hip hop, and funk. Stevie dismissed the question, saying that no pass is needed because God created music for everyone. Stevie said, quote, "Here's the thing. God created music for all of us to enjoy, so we cannot limit ourselves by people's fears and insecurities." He furthermore went on to say the following. He's a great talent, talking about Bruno Mars. So all the other stuff is just bullshit. He was just inspired by great musicians and great artists and songwriters. So it's cool. So Dex, Stevie Wonder says it's cool. Do you think it's cool?
No, I mean, I don't. I mean,
you're not listening to Steve?
I just don't think Stevie sees it the way everybody else sees it. Like, wait. Hold on, because y'all not about to put that on me. I did not mean that like that. I'm just saying, like, his perspective, his vantage point is not the same as mine.
Clearly.
Because like when I'm looking at it, I'm legit looking at it not like I'm like Bruno.
You looking at it? Hold up, you looking at it? Jack, you looking at it?
You're doing this, but I'm not.
You're the one that's speaking the words. I'm not saying it. You're the one that's saying it. So you're looking at it. And what's Stevie doing?
I think both of us, honestly, to be honest with you, I do think the fact that he's blind plays a role into like his perspective of this, because he doesn't know that Bruno Mars is not a black man. You know what I mean? So he hears the music.
Of course he knows that Bruno Mars is not a black man. What do you mean?
How does he know?
We're not doing this.
He probably
we're not.
This is what
we're not doing.
It's a black person. And the parents probably said no, he's not black.
Right, but I don't agree with that. But what I'm saying is, like, when Stevie hears Bruno Mars, like, he hears him, like, I see him and I'm like, this is not a black guy. He's performing black music. I legit think Stevie Wonder looks at it like this is an art form. He's listening to the music or whatever. He's not like he probably wouldn't even say Miley Cyrus culture appropriates because he's only hearing it. So he's hearing what she's doing, and it's like our biggest thing with Miley was that her visual was wrong. Her visual was off. So I don't really think we can really take Stevie's
valid
this like too serious, only because like we're talking about something. We're really having this argument because we see Bruno Mars and we're like, this is not a black man. We see Miley Cyrus, this is not a black woman, and they're doing things that we think are synonymous with black people. Like Stevie's actually not seeing this stuff, so his perspective is totally different, which I think is also kind of respectable too. But I don't necessarily think we can take too much of his opinion. And like, so
you're saying we can't take his opinion because he's blind?
Yeah, that's like a.
that's literally.
No, I'm saying we can't take his opinion because like his perspective is coming from something totally. His vantage point is totally different from mine. And ours, like, yeah, definitely. I'm not saying that we can because I would never say that that's rude. But I'm just.
You are. Oh my God, Dex.
He's blind, so he sees things.
You can't. You tried so hard not to say it, but you said it. You ended up saying it. Do you feel vindicated, Bill?
Listen, Stevie Wonder said it. Furthermore, I think you left off a quote where he just said, I don't see the problem. So I'm with him.
I can't see the problem either.
Do you like his shades?
No.
The hater blockers?
We are not doing this.
You don't like the hater blockers? I like them. I think they're trendy.
I want you to change this.
All right, time to be racist or talk about racists or expose the racists as we're supposed to do on this show. The point of this segment, we started doing this last year, is to let you guys know that although a lot of people seem to disagree that racism is still alive, we here at Bro Talk Live understand that it is still alive and prevalent in society. So we're going to point it out. That's what we do. Donald Trump, he's not as frequent as I thought he would be in this segment. But he has unveiled a plan to end the opioid crisis with an ad campaign. He says that he's going to spend millions of dollars. Go ahead, Bill.
Spending a lot of money on great commercials to show how bad it is.
He said,
scare them from ending up like the people. I got this. I'm the best reader you've ever seen. Okay, I can read a teleprompter. Thank you, folks. You scared them from ending up like the people in the commercials. Here's the plan, folks, okay? We're going to fight the opioid epidemic by releasing ads on TV that isn't a surprising solution, okay? I clearly I'm 72 and you know, the fact of the matter is I know the best campaigns, okay? Reagan did it, okay? And his wife was, how we say, the first trap queen. Okay, and she said, just say no, folks, okay? Nancy did it, and so I'm going to do it too. Just say no, folks. If you do say no, then you'll live a wonderful American life. If you don't say no, then you'll probably face the death penalty. It's as plain and simple as that. And I have a leader. He is the head of the Confederacy. His name is Jefferson Beauregard, Section 3rd, and he'll put you to death, okay, folks?
He's the head of the what?
Know that. He's the head of the Confederacy. We all know that, folks. It was a great organization, great people. Okay? They fought for great things, okay? Our fathers, grandfathers, they were great people, great folks, best folks all around.
So what about this new website that you reportedly have in the works? What's about this new website?
Well, somebody made the website, okay? I don't know if it was the Mooch, okay, or was somebody over in China, okay? Could have been Putin or the Russians, okay? But somebody made the website, okay? I think it's the greatest website. The truth of the matter, folks, is you've never seen a better website. Not anywhere in the world, okay? It's the greatest website, okay? The only website better is the one where you can apply for citizenship to Russia, okay?
You're actually your tempo is awesome. Like you repeat just like he does, go around in circles, like you don't know what you're talking about. It's really good. He unveiled a new website that's going to allow families of addicts to share their stories for the people, I guess, that are the addicts. And in order to do so, the users must grant the U.S. government license to use, edit, and display, publish, broadcast, transmit, post, or otherwise distribute their videos. The website crisisnextdoor.gov is named after the term Trump's administration has been using for the opioid epidemic. You are dying. What's up? Why are you laughing?
Donald Trump is always... he's just like a ridiculous person.
I mean, if I'm being honest with you, I don't necessarily think this is racist. And also, I remember when I was in high school and they would come.
They didn't do an infomercial session.
Yes, they did.
No, they did. They locked us up.
No, they didn't. When I don't know what you went to. You grew up in Baltimore, so we grew up totally different. Totally different.
Philly's way different than Baltimore.
You grew up like around crackheads, so like I know that's what you say. But me, I grew up
as a crackhead. Okay.
Like with us, like I remember they would sit us in the auditorium and they would show like these videos, like he's saying, of people that they would show like the before and after pictures, and they would show like stories and stuff like that. And I lied to you not, like I never touched drugs because I saw that. Like that scared the hell out of me.
What about the rest of your classmates who did do drugs?
But they probably grew up in neighborhoods where drugs were prevalent, so that's all they knew anyway. But for me, that is one of those things that it's
so this isn't going to fix anything. That's what you're telling me. It's not going to fix anything.
Look at me.
This one's going to fix little Dexter that makes it out.
Listen,
a PS1.
Listen,
you seem like it.
Dex might be on to something. He went to one of the worst high schools in the city.
Wait. At the time it wasn't. Now it is, but at the time it wasn't bad.
It was one of the worst high schools in the city of Philadelphia.
In the history of Philadelphia.
In the history.
You stop.
People they bringing guns over there to his school. They getting locked up left and right.
The police escorted one of the principals out of there. It's like going down.
But look at me. Look at me.
We got one good apple out the bunch, so you're worth saving. Congrats, Dex. How do you think it's racist that he's going to try to infomercial session this, and when he tried to lock up all the people for all the blacks for cocaine and weed?
I think the locking up the minorities is what is the problem, because now that it's affected.
Yeah, what happened to Law and Order?
Let's say the clearer folks. It's just such a problem, and it's addiction, and we've got to get therapy, and people need help.
I literally saw a debate about this issue because they're now trying to bring injection sites to Philly, so people who are addicted can safely inject their drugs in an area where they'll clean the needles for them. And people were literally arguing, like on the news broadcast, like, these are young white people being affected by this. Like, I swear on everything they said that. I'm like, that's your debate, that young white people are being affected? Okay.
Dex Fatima said that she went to the same high school as you, and many of y'all classmates are crackheads.
Crackheads.
But look at me. Ain't never touched no crack over here. Crack is whack. I make too much money for that. I don't do it.
Upon further investigation, we'll see whether or not we agree.
We'll be the judge of that.
I can see you on some crack.
Oh my God. Damn. Jesus. All right, time for Q&A. Ty.
This is like ridiculous. I'm sorry, everybody. Q&A.
I can see you on some crack. What?
This is the part where you all just ask us questions. And we actually answer them pretty badly, I'm going to be honest with you. But now we're going to really take this seriously because I think we have some good ones this week. I will 100% let you all just choose based on what you think is the best title, and we'll rock with those two. So topic number 1, money problems. Topic 2, vegetarian problems.
Dex wrote that one.
The gun debate. And topic number 4, no gift, no baby.
That sounds good. I think topic 4 is definitely one we should do. That sounds good.
Let's go with that one.
No gift, no baby. Dex, you good?
Yeah.
No gift, no baby. Go ahead, Ty.
All right. Hello, all. I recently had a baby, and I've been so overwhelmed with requests to see my daughter. I don't mind having people over because I enjoy the company, but I have a friend that I've known for years who keeps asking, can she come over? I honestly have been avoiding her because she didn't send a gift. My husband is telling me that I am being petty and that she might bring a gift with her.
Wait.
It's wrong, and I know this because she came to my wedding and didn't bring a gift. How would you handle this?
Just for the record, my wife is over here saying that's shallow, so that's her opinion. That's a woman's opinion. And we'll start with that one. There we go. The woman thinks you're shallow. What do the men think?
I'm with you, sister. Listen, there's nothing worse.
This is in blue.
I'm with you, brother.
Is it supposed to be in blue?
I don't know. It sounds more like sister, but I recently had a baby.
Messed up. I don't think I
was going to say, no, that's definitely sister.
I don't think I read the name.
Our apologies. Anyway, I'm with you, sister. I still have a list of all the people in my head who showed up to my wedding without a gift. And some people I gave a pass to based on their status in my life and what they had going on, but other people I didn't. So it really depends on how good of a friend this is for you. Like sometimes if your friend...
Oh, yeah, it's from a girl. My bad. That should be pink. So, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we're good. We established that, bro. We're good. Just move on.
Wait. Real quick, though.
That was a drag.
You gave passes for people not giving gifts?
I did give passes. There are certain people...
Well, send me mine back then. Like, I paid to be in the wedding, and I gave a gift.
What did you give me? I don't remember.
Bitch, you know you got a gift from me.
That's like the worst thing to tell somebody. What did you get me? I forgot. Like what?
Whatever it is, send it back. Figure out what it is and send it back. Because you're giving out passes.
So many people.
I know exactly what Dex got me for my wedding. He got me a nice cookie sheet set. It's the best cookie sheet set ever. Thank you, Dex.
Dex probably ran somewhere and got me a gift card for $25.
First of all, I do not do $25 gifts. I don't do that. So.
I'm supposed to lay down the card.
Whatever.
He gave you one of Wendy's gift cards.
Wendy's
one that he had his
probably sent out his assistant to grab me a card to someplace downtown that no one's ever heard of. So
whatever. To our viewer, because y'all making this about me. To be honest with you, like for me personally, I always get my friends gifts for like babies and like weddings and stuff like that. But if I'm being 100% honest with you, and like people, like nobody take this offensive, please. But like I could care less if I ever see my friends' children. I have like close friends of mine.
Damn, you don't care about seeing my kid?
I mean, if I do, I do. But like, what is the baby gonna do? Like, the baby's not gonna talk to me or anything like that. It's like there, and it's like, okay, cool, I saw the baby. But like for me, it's like I'm always gonna like love the kid because it's like a child of my friends. But I have legit best friends who I've never met their child before.
Yeah, like me.
Yeah, but I mean, your child is newer. I mean, I have a friend whose child is like 4 years old, and I've never met the kid before. And like, it's just not a big deal to me. But
Did you hear Jason just called Dex his best friend? Did you?
I didn't say Dex is my best friend. I said I was Dex's best friend. There's a difference.
Dex and Jason are clearly best friends. I'm not.
But I'm just saying, like, I don't think it's that big of a deal.
I hate both of them, honestly.
I don't think it's that big of a deal. I don't think you should be making that big of a deal about getting a gift. If somebody wants to see your child, I feel like you should let them see the child. And like you're saying like you didn't get me a gift, so you can't see my child. So it's like if a person doesn't get you something,
I think if you have a kid, it's a big thing, and your friends should get you something. As a matter of fact, if my friends had a kid, I'd get them like a monumental, memorable, really, really nice gift. I would
get nice gifts.
I mean, was yours monumental? Like it was pretty good. I don't know if it was monumental.
Excuse me, Jason?
Okay.
No, I obviously didn't hear you.
I said, do you think yours was monumental that you got me? I mean, it was pretty good, but I don't say it's monumental.
Pretty good. It's probably the best you got. Okay?
Wait. I got him a gift too, so you can't say it's the best.
Please,
You gotta watch your mouth.
I'm sure it did. Like, my gifts always do.
Doubt it.
It shouldn't be worse. He doesn't remember what you got him.
Moving on.
Next.
All right. I think we should do the vegetarian problems.
No, we don't have that. We can't help you with that.
I think Dex is a vegetarian, so I think he'd be able to help.
I'm a pescatarian. I think the money problems is good. I think that one's probably the best one.
Okay, Ty, you think the money
I don't want
problems?
to talk about the gun one because.
Ty, you want to do money problems?
Honestly, whichever one you guys want, I'm going to out this one.
All right, Bill.
Dex, you seen these questions already?
No, Dex hasn't seen anything.
No, I'm just saying like the gun. Like I'm just saying like me with guns. Like I don't like it, so it's not gonna be.
It's not necessarily about having a gun or not. It's more about police.
Me and Will was trying to run for office. I'm just trying to keep my nose clean. That's probably not
let's get this money problems.
All right.
I can't talk nothing about the police.
We might have to bring back next week. That's a good one. I don't think it would get you in trouble, Bill. But
do we have a second? Oh no, we don't have time. Sorry, viewer.
I guarantee you, I ain't going to
just bring it back next week.
All right. Money problems or vegetarian problems?
Which one's shorter?
Money problems.
Let's get to
money problems.
Let's go to mine. We gotta get to the debate.
What debate?
Obviously, we're not going to agree on whatever advice we give.
Oh.
Money is a constant issue in our house. I need a girl to. Oh God. I'm sorry. I need my girl to quit her part-time job at the supermarket and find one with a better salary.
I wonder what department you work in.
Every time I bring it up, she gets
frozen foods
and defensive and says that I'm calling her lazy. I'm not totally saying. Ooh. I'm not totally saying that. She's a hard worker. We have a total.
The shade. Hold up. The shade isn't that totally. I'm not totally.
The word totally like really throws me off. Like this is not going to work.
Sends me out.
We have a total of $50 in savings. We also have a young. Oh, I'm sorry. We also have a young son and hope to have another child. The nerve.
Another one. Oh, the rate is not right.
I'd like to move into a house. To accomplish this, we need 2 full-time salaries. How do I bring this up without making my wife angry? Or should I just be a man and pick up a second job? I love her dearly, and I think it would be easier for both of us if she would try a little.
Jesus.
Oh, I'm done. Sir, we're done with you. Like, listen. This isn't going to work. Like, that's just not how you.
Wait, hold up. That last sentence?
Like, the word totally in that last sentence are really taking me. Like, I just don't know about this. I don't know.
This thing is sending me so far out of here. If she would try a little harder.
Try a little harder. Sir, I honestly don't think you should bring this up. I think you should go with your gut and be a man and get a second job. If you feel like you have goals and you guys only have $50. Like,
they have $50. You said they don't have $50. They do have $50. They got $50.
I said you guys only have $50.
Oh.
Listen.
And even that is like pushing it because you have a baby. Like that $50 is gone.
You're probably going to use that $50, and it is even a separate account. Like you're trying to buy a house and have a second child. So my advice is that you hold off on the second child. You hold off on the house
all the way off.
I mean, you need to look for a second job.
You can't plan for a second child with $50 in the bank.
Would you?
Not.
You try it.
I wouldn't have a first
Michael
child.
Jackson said it best. If you can't feed your baby, then don't have a baby.
You can feed your baby on $50. You just can't handle diapers. But you can feed it.
To be honest with you, why don't you just, on your own, just to have extra money, go ahead, look for a second job or whatever, and then have your wife, if you want to stay with her, it's up to you. Have her.
Why would you assume that he wants to break up with her?
Because he has no respect for her.
Would you want to? But just have her gone down to the welfare and like that could be how she subsidizes income while she works. Like you guys would not pay for no food at all. Like
honestly, seriously, like I'm laughing, but there's nothing wrong with getting free food. Let me tell you.
Agreed. It is a problem if you don't want to work. You don't want to work, but that's another story. Go ahead, get the welfare for her. You go ahead and you work your second job while she still does the grocery store stuff. And I feel like that's what you guys do.
Jason,
to be honest, I think
it's funnier than this one.
What'd you say, Ted?
There's no way the other question was funnier than this one. This one was hilarious.
This one was funny, yeah. So, I didn't get all that shade the first time I read it, but yeah.
He said it's funny.
And,
I'm sorry.
Wait, I think part of the issue is that she's working this part-time job and not a full-time job.
A part-time job at a supermarket, like you're not bringing home nothing but quarters. Like, what are you doing? Pennies.
I wonder how old they are, because that probably plays like a big role in it too. They might be too young. Like they might be like college age. They might be college age and try the best job that she can get, like with her education.
I will say now that I do have a kid, childcare is quite prohibitive,
expensive.
So I understand if she's watching the kid, you know what I'm saying, and then part time she's doing the supermarket gig. She's pushing carts while he's home from his job or whatever. That's fine. I get it because childcare is expensive, but that should be a conversation that you guys should have had before you had this baby. So.
Yeah, and if you don't feel like you can bring this up to her, y'all clearly don't be having no second child.
No.
Yeah, honestly, and to wrap it up, the way you worded things really threw me off. I think that you need to really take a deep look at this relationship and see if you are interested in staying in it, because you say you really love her, but you're like, she's not totally lazy and she needs to try harder. Is like the way you're talking about her is not like, I personally would never talk about my wife like that. But listen, I would, if you really think she needs to get a second job.
He can't say they was married. He said that was his baby mom.
I think he did say they were married.
Did he?
But either way, you're clearly planning a life and a future for you both, and like that doesn't work. Like that doesn't work if you don't want to bring that up to her. Like if you feel some kind of way about bringing that up to her as a man, like that's a problem.
If I'm thinking something and I feel like it's something that I really, really want to discuss, I will bring it up to my wife no matter what. Even like we don't have to agree that you should bring it up, but I think that any topic should be able to be discussed amongst married people. Period.
Right.
All right, cool. For any more questions, brotalklive.com/questions. Submit your question and we'll get it on the show. Preferably before Tuesdays.
Can I put this out there before we move to the questions? The person that wrote us with the grandmom who brother came home from jail, please write us a follow-up. That poisoned up the lemonade and had grandmom carrying on all over.
You talking about the letter from 3 years ago?
That was from 3 years ago?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I need to know did y'all confront him? Whatever happened with that? Please let us know.
Maybe they did confront him, and that's probably why they can't tell us anything else because he killed them.
Time for Jizz Time. The best part of the show. We're going to continue in our March Madness series. We're doing record labels this year. The top record labels. We ended up last week with this battle. We have Bad Boy versus Interscope, and then we have Rockefeller versus Death Row. And this is what it comes down to, guys. So we're gonna make it up. We're gonna have the finals after this week. We have about 100 votes or whatever, brotalklive.com so far. So if you haven't voted yet, make sure you go to brotalklive.com and click the link to vote and pick your bracket, who wins. All right, Bad Boy Records, the greatest of all time. Here we go. Their roster when they were at their greatest: the Notorious B.I.G., Puff Daddy, Lil' Kim, Faith Evans, Craig Mack, Total, 112, Mario Winans, Mace, The Locks, Carl Thomas, and Shine. And then we're going to go up against Interscope at their greatest. We're not talking about right now. We're not talking about putting all of their best. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about when they were their strongest. Interscope Records had Dr. Dre, Eminem, 50 Cent, The Game, Tony Yayo, Lloyd Banks. Guys, who is winning, Bad Boy or Interscope at their best?
Hey, Bad Boy.
Bad Boy.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, all three of us agree. All four of us agree. Bad Boy Records going to the finals. Who will they face? Will it be Rockefeller, Def Jam Rockefeller, or Death Row Records? Rockefeller in their prime. Jay-Z, Kanye, Freeway, Beanie Siegel, State Property, Young Guns, Cameron, Joel Santana. Against Death Row, Tupac, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, the DOC, Nate Dogg, Corrupt, Warren G, and Michelle A.
The issue that I have with this
Rockefeller
is Michelle A. Don't do Michelle A.
During Rockefeller, I was like up and listening in Ratchet when it came out currently. Like everything I listened to from Death Row was like after everyone was dead already, and I was going back. And
everyone was dead. The only person that's dead is Tupac. What do you mean, everybody?
After everyone was dead, either career-wise or physically, I was going back and learning and listening to the music. And because of that fact, I'm going to go with Rockefeller.
Snoop Dogg had a long run. He's still running. He got gospel
I
album
mean, but Beanie Siegel,
You
State
said only
Property,
Tupac
Young
dead.
Guns,
Nate
come
Dogg
on.
is dead. Tupac is dead.
Nate Dogg just died like a couple of years ago.
I mean,
I'm
I would go. I'm not voting for anything that's affiliated with Suge Knight. So absolutely Rockefeller.
All right, so basically we got Jay-Z and Kanye because the rest of them are dead, and then you got Tupac and Snoop Dogg.
Oh, we're talking about in their prime.
Beanie
or
and
Dr. Dre
Freeway,
and Snoop Dogg because the rest
like,
of them
growing
dead.
up, like that was like, come on.
Anything
Would you say, Ty?
the Young Guns? Are you kidding me?
Beanie, Freeway, like all those people, like come on, like you have to remember that time.
And Cameron.
I'm telling you, Snoop Dogg's time.
I grew up, Joel Santana, like you know I was a huge fan of him in college. Like I'm not going to vote for Death Row simply because like I grew up when this music was coming out, like not when other music.
But what was better?
In my opinion, I like what I was experiencing.
The Rockefeller.
You know, you would see
Freeway,
Beanie
even
That's
though
what you
what
think.
we
You would
do
see you were
is
running the
we
freeway
still
in the
hustle
corner
till
store
the
all
sun
the
You know what I
time.
think? What I think is funny, Jason, is that you want us to vote for Death Row because last week you vetoed stuff to make Death Row get in there.
I never vetoed anything.
And you know what?
last week.
It makes me
I didn't veto
proud.
anything.
It makes me proud to say Def Jam because you don't get what you want.
I don't have a horse in this race. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
Oh, you got a horse in this race.
I'm just out here in LA. You know what I'm saying? Next week we're going to have Rockefeller.
Wait.
No,
Hold up.
you
You're trying to protect yourself.
Try to stay alive.
Next week, the 27th, the last week in March, we're going to conclude with the championship round. Rockefeller versus Bad Boy here on Bro Talk Live. Make sure you vote BroTalkLive.com. Second part of Just the Time this week. I'm sorry. We have a part two.
Part two.
Part two.
Reprise. Okay.
come through reprise. Spike Lee's birthday. Happy birthday, Spike Lee.
Praise God.
One of the greatest filmmakers of all time. Guys, this is what we're going to do today. We're going to guess which year these movies came out.
Oh, come on.
You should have
Best of
called
luck.
Dr. Hoogeveen for this.
Best of luck. So here's what we got. Malcolm X, Clockers, School Days, She's Gotta Have It, Do the Right Thing, and then we have Crooklyn and Jungle Fever for the win. So let's start this first screen. What year was Malcolm X made?
92.
What we agreeing on?
I don't know. I just guess.
90,
I would say 91.
I know it was early
I
90s.
think 92. 92, I think.
Are we go with 92 or you want to go 91?
92.
92? All right,
Whatever,
92. 92, we're good. All right, Clockers. Which year did Clockers come out? 94, 86, 91, 89, 95, 88.
She's Gotta Have It came out in 86. That much I do know.
All
Help
right,
me
so
out. Like Instagram, Twitter. Like,
do you want to put
Right.
that? She's got to have it?
She's
Are we
Gotta
good with
Have
that?
It in
Let's
86.
put that there for now.
That was his
Okay.
first one.
All right, what about School Days or Clockers?
School Days was 89.
I would say Do the Right Thing is probably 88 then.
Okay, and what year was Clockers?
All right, 95.
All right, are we good with that? We're taking out 94 and 91.
Can't we use them on the other two?
The other two, you have a 50% shot. So let's start with this first screen. Are we good with this?
Sure.
Malcolm X 92, Clockers 95, School Days 89, She's Gotta Have It 86, Do the Right Thing 88. Here's how you guys fared. So we got the first two, Malcolm X right, Clockers right, 92 and 95. School Days was actually 88.
88.
Bill, you were right. She's Gotta Have It was 86, and Do the Right Thing was 89. You guys did actually really good. You only got School Days and Do the Right Thing mixed up. Good job, guys. Look at you.
Listen, so I paid attention in that film history class.
All right, and last but not least, Crooklyn and Jungle Fever. Do you want to keep them where they're at? Crooklyn has 1994 as a start date, and Jungle Fever has 1991. Do you want to keep that or you want to swap them?
Yeah, that's right.
Swap them.
Oh, no, that's not right. No, they weren't. No. Absolutely, that's not right. There is no way.
Let's just leave them the way they are.
91. No, that would have had to be 94 or even 2000.
I would say just leave them the way they are.
All right, Bill, what you say? Ty says leave them. Dex says swap them.
I'm with Dex. I say swap them. 91, Crooklyn came out.
All right.
And 94, Jungle Fever.
I just want to go on record that I don't agree. Jason didn't take all this time to switch them all around.
Wait, could you imagine them talking about interracial relationships in 1991? No way.
Yes way.
Yes way. Ty was right. 94 was Crooklyn and 91 was Jungle Fever.
Well, why y'all listen to him then?
Ty, you're absolutely right. Good job, bro.
Well, how come we were talking about this in 91 and we still got issues with it today?
You know, we still got issues with a lot of things, including Dex's BS report.
Hey, I guess not a lot of people watched the movie then because we still got issues with interracial relationships. Speaking of issues, there is a man in Minnesota who worked at Perkins who decided to shoot a shot at a coworker.
Is that like we do have a Perkins down here, don't we?
The coworker told him, she was like, you know what? No, I'm not interested. And the guy seemed to take it okay. But then the coworker started to notice that her water started to taste like pee. And she noticed this for about a month straight. And she's like, you know what? Like, something about this water.
Why do you keep drinking it after a month?
First of all, a month?
Well, basically what would happen is she would come in, she would bring her water bottle in, she puts it in the refrigerator, and then every time she would drink it, she feels like it tastes like funny. And she said that she felt like it tastes like pee. So then she told management about it, and she accused the man. She said he thinks that he might have done it. So they went up to him and they were like, you know, did you do this? Obviously, he denied it. And then they said, you know, what we're going to do is test it for urine samples. The guy then came clean and was like, you know what? I did pee in the water bottle, mainly because it was there and I'm a cook in the kitchen and I have to use the bathroom and I couldn't get out of the bathroom. So I would pee in the water bottle. That's when the woman brought up the stuff about him, you know, coming on to her. And he was just like, yes, I did come on to her. Yes, she did reject me, but it had nothing to do with me peeing in the water bottle. But moving right along, there is a man in New York City who decided, like, you know what, enough is enough with the noisy neighbors. Some of us move out of the place. Some of us call maintenance and tell them, like, you know, talk to these people about this. Not this guy. Joel decided that what he's going to do is hire a hitman to kill his noisy neighbors and their children and their 2 dogs. The issue for Mr. Joel came in when the hitman that he hired actually turned out to be an undercover New York police officer. Uh-oh.
You think you got a receipt with that? Like, when you have to kill all those people, like, you have to have some sort of, like, receipt to make sure that everybody that you asked to be killed was killed. Because if you want both the dogs killed and they only killed 1 dog, do you get your money back?
My question is,
you probably get like a discounted rate.
You had enough money to hire somebody to kill all of those people?
Yeah, like, was there a special going on? It was like a 5 for 1
single family house.
Hey, or just move to another unit in your, you know what I mean? You can't just move.
Because still you have a lot of money. Who's killing all these people?
Of course you got all that money. You paying rent in New York City.
It must have been a Black Friday.
And the final story comes to us.
It came with an Ashanti CD.
And the final story comes to us. There was a woman who was 47 years old. She was dating a 72-year-old sugar daddy who she met at Walmart. So we all know it's tax season. The young lady went into the store and she bought a couple things, with her tax dollars. And he asked her,
Couple of garments.
Huh?
Couple of garments.
She bought the stuff from Walmart. They were in a shopping spree at Walmart. And she bought things. She didn't buy anything for him. And he was a little upset about that because he said, you haven't been performing favors for me. And also now you're not buying me anything. I just feel like this is a really one-sided relationship. Apparently, the young woman did not like that, and she ran him over in the Walmart parking lot. The woman is now on the run, and when they catch her, she will be serving some time in prison. And that has been Dex's BS report for the week.
Was it V?
The old man did.
Stiviano? That sounded like something V. Stiviano would have did.
Is he dead?
Whatever happened to her?
Oh, he's dead.
She put blood in his mouth.
You said what happened to her? She's on a run for killing her sugar daddy. That's what happened to
her. Was it Donald Sterling?
No.
Sugar daddy. Why should she have to buy him anything?
Sources reporting. All right, time for seats, Bill.
Yes, it is time for the section of the show where we voice our frustrations. Would anybody like to go first?
Well, actually, now that we have you on this segment, I had a question I wanted to bring up to you. You posted today on Snapchat or Instagram that you put a PSA out and you said, "Don't tell me you're getting money when you're running credit cards."
Yes,
you're still
Lord
broke.
have mercy, Jesus. Yes.
You want to elaborate? Give us a name. What's going on?
I can't give names, but so apparently, credit card scams are the new popular thing in the city of Philadelphia. And people are like out here stealing up credit cards and bank information and like going to the banks and like depositing these checks, these stolen checks that they are like stealing from people on Friday. And then like they're like taking the money out of these accounts and like walking around flossing like, yeah, I just bought a new pair of Louboutins. I just got this new. Let me tell you something. Y'all out here stealing.
You got caught?
Y'all are thieves. So I know I can't say that
You
for
never
other
report
reasons.
to the police if you know who they are.
Oh,
But your friends are stealing and
excuse me.
You shading them on Snapchat, but you're not calling the police on them?
I'm not, excuse me.
You in on it.
First of all, they're not my friends.
They must have broke him off.
I've already filed a report. That's what you need to know.
They kicked Will out the ring. Now he's gonna live with time.
Whistleblower out in these streets, okay? No, but like there are people that I follow on Instagram and they like keep posting these pictures like of them and money and they're like, if you want to get in, like DM me. And then they post a picture of like different bank accounts, like $3,000, another satisfied customer. Y'all out here stealing. Y'all legit. And I'm gonna send y'all the Instagram.
Don't say it out loud. Don't send me nothing. I don't want to be involved in that.
Don't send me either.
I've already called the police, child, and reported them on Instagram. You won't be following me. I got too much to lose. Y'all are thieves, stealing. Hell is your portion.
I have two really quick seats. My first seat is going to be people who share memes that they don't fully agree with. So there's a couple today that I've seen that people share something and they're like, and then when people press them on it or question them about it, they're like, oh, it's just a joke, or I don't really mean it, or I didn't mean all of it. Like, if you don't mean it, if it's not something that you're going to stand behind, don't post it. My second seat is going to go to, so last week we started the show off and I'm like near tears about this company going bankruptcy or whatever. And now I'm giving them a seat. So Toys R Us.
So in tears that you couldn't respond to my inquiries.
Toys R Us. Basically, last week what they did, they filed for bankruptcy. And so I went in there to see if I can find a PlayStation 4 because I wanted one. Toys R Us has the audacity to have PlayStation 4s at $400 as if you guys aren't closing the doors. One. Secondly, Toys R Us released a statement and they're like, well, why do you guys think that you're going under? And they're blaming it on millennials not having children. That's not the reason Toys R Us is going in bankruptcy. The reason is because one, like you don't have competitive pricing. Two, there is competition now. And three, people are buying stuff online. So do not blame millennials for that.
I actually had read a few articles about millennials not having enough kids. Is that a thing? Like, do we really not have enough kids?
According to the last thing, the last letter we got enough kids running around here.
Well,
the problem is
y'all got
they keep
kids,
hiring.
only got one, so maybe that's
They
true.
keep hiring the same issue with Blockbuster. They keep hiring these nasty associates, and don't nobody want to shop there. That's what it is. And guess what? I'm about to put Walmart out of business because when they discount all of them Barbies and all them little Tonka trucks, I'm going to buy them up. Come Christmas shop with me.
Walmart is struggling because of Amazon because everybody's too lazy to go to the store.
I hear that because I don't like going to the store anymore. Amazon has that nice little Prime, 2-day
order almost everything
shipping.
on Amazon. It's like ridiculous.
Absolutely. I mean, why
I got
would
a package coming almost daily.
Absolutely.
Daily.
I send other people packages. That's how ridiculous I am.
Me too. I'm
not going to
put
give
a
a
little
seat this
gift
week.
wraps on it and them little notes.
I'm not going to give a seat this week. I'm just going to go ahead and thank all the people who decide to move people's furniture and stuff for a living. I appreciate you all. I hired movers to move my stuff this past weekend, and it was by far the most glorious experience.
Did you move?
I did move.
Oh,
it was glorious. So shout out to all the people who helped me move.
Ty.
And especially the people that I paid to help me. So I appreciate all the people who have chose moving as their employer.
Is this the first time in public that you're hearing about this?
It is.
Shocking.
Well, my friend, I'm glad for your fortune. I'm seating Jason.
Good to know.
And you should.
Jason's a terrible friend now, everyone. Like, you know, we grew up together and everything, and we were great friends.
Grew up together. We went to school for 4 years.
We're done.
Now we grew up together.
We're done. He's terrible.
Ty, you should have known, though. He started killing them chickens, and next thing you know.
Yeah, like he's killing chickens, doing things that I don't approve of. You know, I'm not going to say it. But, you know, it's just
sniffing coke. We don't have to hide.
We're done with Jason now.
We don't have to hide his drug problem. He's in rehab now. He's been clean for 2 years.
Don't forget, like, subscribe to the show, tell a friend on YouTube, and comment. Leave your comments. It's been another edition of Bro Talk Live. Do you guys have any announcements to make?
I do. Please, everybody, well, those of you that are watching in the 53rd Ward of Philadelphia, I need your vote for the primary. I will be on. I didn't get my ballot number yet, so just hold on for that, and I'll get it when I get it. I'll let you know. Ward leader.
Ward leader.
So yes. So I need your vote. Also, thank you and a shout out to John Eric, who just got back from Vietnam and brought me my gift straight out of Ho Chi Minh City. I appreciate you and thank you for watching the show. Appreciate your support. Thank you.
All right. Dex, Ty, any announcements? We good?
Nothing.
No.
All right, cool. For Ty, for Dex, for Bill, my name is Jason. This has been another edition of Bro Talk Live. Make sure you check us out on the podcast on Apple Podcast. And also tell a friend about the show. Subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter at Bro Talk Live. Also Instagram to check us out during the week, especially Music Mondays, Women Crush Wednesdays, Throwback Thursdays, and for any of the clips that you missed. This has been another edition of Bro Talk Live. You guys have a wonderful weekend, and we will see you next week.